Otherwise, please wait and you will be joined into the conference. Please enter your PIN followed by the pound or hash.
Why don't we go ahead with a round of introductions? Just say who you are and your city and state.
Carly in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Rebecca from Charlottesville, Virginia.
Joanne from Springfield, Illinois.
Columbus, Ohio.
Conway, Arkansas.
This is Dina from Kansas.
Orange County, California, Irvine.
So really quick, we can run through bird dogging 101 again. Maybe we can hear if anybody has some bird dogging stories from the last few days. We're in do or die moment where there's almost nothing we can do that's more important than getting people to candidate events.
What do you have to say about your involvement in that cover-up?
We're going to be putting out a statement in response.
Okay, but I'm asking you for a statement now.
Excuse me, can I have a minute with you? Let me just tell you, I'm here because I'm worried about seniors.
So what should I tell my son, or what should you tell my son, if you pass this bill and he cuts funding for disability and I can't get a ventilator? You could save my life. So my name is Ady Barkan. I'm 34 years old. I work for the Center for Popular Democracy, which is a network of community-based organizations that fight for racial, economic, and social justice. So in 2016, I had the best year of my career. Hillary Clinton was heading towards victory. And in May, Carl was born. And so Rachel and I had 4 months of absolute bliss, living in this paradise. And then, first week of October 2016, I got diagnosed with ALS. I was told that I had 2 to 5 years to live. 3 weeks after my diagnosis, our world turned upside down for the second time in a month.
To be honest with you, I knew I was pretty prepared. I'm from Wisconsin, and I'd gone home just a few days before the election, staying with my parents on the north side of Milwaukee, and I didn't see any yard signs. I didn't see any canvassers knocking on doors. I didn't see the machine that I was once a part of that helped us win the state in 2012 and 2008. I remember my daughter waking me up, knocking on my door, and just bawling. And the first thing she said is, Ariana, her best friend, is going to be deported because she's undocumented, and she's terrified. And I had to look her in the eyes, and I had to say, Mommy will not let that happen. We will fight this together.
This is training number 99 in 40 states in 73 cities.
This tactic of bird dogging, following around your elected official or a series of elected officials and applying constant pressure to them, is one of the few tools in the activist toolbox where you are actually talking to the person who has the power to give you the thing that you want and need.
Politicians, they don't have to always listen to all of their constituents.
Okay, I just really need to ask you a question. Sorry.
Not right now, because we're just getting started.
Bird dogging is a way to actually force them to respond to the question that they've been trained never to answer.
So the first thing that you have to do, find an event, get a crew. It really can be something as simple as 4 to 7 people. Now you need your plan. And that's everything from where you're gonna sit to what you're gonna say.
As an attorney, as a defense attorney, the number one thing they teach you is that you actually never ask a question that you don't already know the answer to.
If you're somewhere and you raise your hand first, fast, and high, like people will call on you. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3.
Everyone is also a record keeper.
You want to record the person, your target's response, both on video and writing it down verbatim.
Did you have an appointment today, sir?
No, I don't have one.
This has to stop.
The camera has to be turned off.
You also want to find a journalist to repeat your message.
And if not journalists, there's this new thing called social media. You may have heard of it.
We're trying to get arrested.
They a lot of times do some kind of handshake thing on the way out, so bum rush that handshake line. You must be the first set of bodies in line. You can't be like 3 or 4 bodies back, it doesn't work. Then you're trying to gum up the works.
We've been connecting people that we train into something that we've dubbed the Bird Dog Nation.
Obamacare, improve it, for God.
For America. You know, the truth is,
Free our children now. Big-time American activism. We're seeing it playing out right now in Kentucky and Oklahoma with these teacher strikes. Consider the massive marches against gun violence. Those marches organized by kids, by high school kids. As more African Americans have died at the hands of police officers across this country, protests have continued to organize effectively. Women feeling less afraid and more empowered to make clear that there will not be tolerance anymore for sexual assault and sexual harassment in the workplace. We're having a little golden age of American progressive activism and accountability.
I am really proud of Ady and his courage and the solidarity that he has shown time after time. So let's give it up for Ady.
Our opponents are so powerful. They have the money. They have the Congress. They have the courts. And they have the White House. But on our side are the people. People power. People power.
2018, everybody has to go run for office. So all of these elected officials that we could not get to go to town halls, now all of a sudden have to have campaign events that we can get into. They're gonna have to go to the state fair. They're gonna have to march in the 4th of July parade. And Ady reminds us that we have to take on this fight. We have to stand up and do it. And if he can do it as his days on this earth are becoming shorter and shorter, then any of us can get up and make a difference.